Okay. Okay, welcome to our team call, everybody. Thank you for showing up. I need to mute myself because it's tripping me out. There, that's better. Okay, welcome to our team call. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started before my laptop dies or does something crazy. Okay, so let's see here. I haven't done a slide in a long time. You guys can see that all right? Thumbs up. You can see my screen? Okay, cool. Okay, welcome to our team call. Okay, first of all, what I want to share with you guys, I really want to dive into why tonight, which is something I didn't just talk about on the new coach getting started writing call, because I wanted to dive into it now with everybody because it's a very important topic that we all need to dive back into. So I'm going to try and focus on this as quickly as possible so we're not keeping everyone really late. But I want to just read a few things for you guys and just share a really short little video with you just so you understand where my purpose of this whole conversation is coming from. So I want you to remember it's what your why is and not your what, because there's a big difference between the two of them, okay? So this relates to every one of you. Why are you doing this? What is your why? What did you post tonight on social media if you're in the new coach training? What did you post tonight that was like deep and dark and down and dark to your heart or dear to your heart that made you feel like you need something better in your life today? So the key is to know why. When you know your why, you have options of what your what can be. So my why is to inspire people to walk in purpose, healthy, mentally, and physically. That's one of my whys. My what is that I'm a Beachbody coach and I set people up with challenge packs, fitness, and nutrition programs. So I don't want the fact of my what to label who I am and what my why is. So I don't want to lead with that. I don't want to lead with I'm a Beachbody coach and help people set people up with challenge packs. I want to lead with my why. So how am I going to lead with my why? How am I going to lead to inspire people to walk in purpose, healthy, mentally, and physically? I'm going to give them value. I'm going to build connections. I'm going to do these things that are going to help them, and it's not going to come off salesy, right? So there's a big difference between those two. Our what does not define who we are. It is our why that defines who we are, how successful we are, and how we're going to do in this business. So I'm just going to play a really quick video for you guys. It's 2 minutes long. Don't worry. It's amazing though. You're going to really see my purpose behind this conversation because this was like, it like made my heart melt when I seen it today. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's just so true between your what and your why. My phone's going to let me do it. Okay, why is iTunes up? That is not what I want. Now, hopefully it loads where we won't be doing it at all. Okay, bear with me, guys. We're only 3 minutes in. We're doing good. Might as well have a drink while we wait. Okay, if I can close iTunes, I think that. I can get out of this. Okay.
Am I the only one that can't hear it?
I can't hear it either.
Oh,
No,
me neither.
Okay, well that sucks. So, anyways, I'll just explain what he was doing. I don't know why it's not working, but so what he was doing was he was talking about what I just talked about. And he asked some guy in the audience and he said, what do you do? And he says, I'm a singer and I'm a choir singer. And so this guy is like, okay, well sing this for me. So he sung Amazing Grace and it was just Amazing Grace. It was no big deal. It was just mellow. Then he said, now sing it to me as if your uncle as if your uncle is in jail, your aunt's dying, and you know, something is happening in your life that's you know, like that's making you go to church or something. Like, he gave him a why behind the reasoning, right? And all of a sudden this guy bellowed out in this amazing choir voice, and his voice changed and his tune changed and everything changed around him. And it was just a really great video. I'll share it in the chats later. It was just a really great video to show how much his why drove him and how much purpose he had behind his why when he remembered what it was. So the first time he knew what he was doing, and the second time he knew why. Yes. So Kayla's seen it before, right? So I'm going to share it with you guys though, because I want you to watch it. It was an amazing example of how we can lead with our whats or how we can lead with our whys. So like doing your posts tonight on social media, we're definitely leading with your whys. And that's something that you want to keep in the back of your mind all the time, is why you're doing this and why you're here today. Because if you lose sight of that, you will lose sight and you will lose hope, and you will find yourself in a place where you're trying to claw yourself out of. So I have an exercise for you guys before my computer gets hot. Let's go to the next slide. One second. Okay, so this is called 5 layers deep. Okay, so I want you guys to take your pen and paper, and this is going to be a visual, this is going to be an active exercise. I want you to, you can either draw it kind of like it is, or you can just label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down on a piece of paper, okay? And what I want you guys to do is I want you to write your why in the top box. Like just a very short why. Like, I want to be healthier, fit, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever that why is, that's just kind of short form term of what it is. I want you to write it down. Okay. Once you guys have your why written down, now you can finish this after, because I'm probably not going to leave it like a ton of time. But once, I'm going to show you guys mine. Okay, so this is an example. Next slide is mine, and I'm going to show you an example of how we do this. So what we want to do is we want to dissect the 5 layers deep of our why, which is going to bring you up to some things that you may not have thought of before. It's going to take you down to a place in your why where you really need to lead from it sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes, depending where it is. My why is probably a lot darker than others. So depending what that last layer of your why is going to depend on how often you want to lead with it. Because if you're not careful and you have a dark, exhausting why like myself, then you're going to attract victims into your life, which is something that you don't really want to do. You want to help people who want to get better now, and not people who are going to just be like suck the energy from you, right? So you have to be careful about that. So I'm vulnerable sharing this, but I want to share it with you guys so you guys can kind of get an understanding of how I did this, okay? So my why, my first why, I was lost, depressed, and financially screwed. I should have edited that. And needed what I give now to people more than ever in my life. So that was my why of what I base all my posts on, right? My next one, why? Okay, so the reasoning why that was my why was because I let my life take control over myself. My depression take over, which led to me not working, gaining weight, and being severely depressed and broke. Okay? But why did that happen? Why did that happen in my life? That happened because I had grief, guilt, and PTSD from when Fabian was murdered, and I did not know how to heal myself or ask for help. Okay, so why did that happen to me? Why was I in that spot in my life? I was there because I tried to help him for so long, but never succeeded. So maybe if I can help others in this memory, that will help me heal. And it has. which that was a big eye-opening thing for me. I didn't actually realize that was a part of my why until I actually dissected this down. Now that was a big thing for me because I think that this is a really important thing because we lose focus of all of the things we've been through because we're always just focused on like fitness, health, abs, shake, health, nutrition. We lose focus of the people that I could really be helping that can relate to those deeper, darker experiences that I can really relate and help, right? And so why was I like that? Because I never want anyone to experience the hurt, trauma, and abuse and sadness I went through ever. So I don't really talk about that stuff at the end because I want to be careful there, right? Like I don't really focus so much on that, but there's definitely some times where I need people to know what I actually went through. And that is my why of why I am where I am today. Because I wouldn't be here if none of that happened to me. I don't know where I would be. But the things that started at the very bottom of my layers, those things that happened to me years ago, are the reasons why I've decided to live a better life today. And why I don't want anyone to experience what I went through in my life. Because it was the most excruciating thing. And the things that I have experienced are things I never want anyone to experience. And little do I want people to actually know some things. I'm not saying you have to share deep, dark secrets because I have a lot of them. But I mean, making sure that people can relate to you in some part of your layers, of some part of your why, is what's really going to inspire them to trust you and to kind of know who you are as a person, as a coach, right? So example, the post I did yesterday when I talked about always having a smile on my face and hiding my true feelings, I had so many people say to me that they could relate to that post because it was so relatable, because so many women walk around with smiles on their faces and no one really knows the deep and dark pain that they're holding inside. And that was me. So when I wrote that post, I had so many women relate back to me and just be like, wow, like I read that, I was in tears. Thank you so much for sharing that. Like that helped me. That helped me to know that you went through that. So I just want you guys to understand that when you're doing this exercise, and I'm probably going to let you do it later because I think that it's probably pretty personal. Just remember that this is you. This is what you went through. This is why this top is your why now. This bottom is why and how you got to there, right? So you want to remember and dissect that into, and you can go down deeper too. It's actually a 7 layers deep exercise, but I can only fit 5 squares on the page. So if you want to go down 2 more layers, you can do that. And like I said, you don't have to share all of those details with people, but it is really important for you to know, for yourself to know what those reasons are, right? So I just want you guys to remember that. And if you put it in your binder, if you put it in your book, if you put it on your, maybe not on your fridge, but like put it somewhere where you can be reminded, maybe in your book that you kind of keep track of your business tracker activities and stuff like that. Maybe you can remember and have it in there so that you can always remember what your why is. So I want you guys to do that later tonight when you get an opportunity. I do think that it's an important exercise to do. So hopefully that wasn't too depressing, you guys. Let's see here. Okay. Now I know lots of people have been on this call for a while now, and I just really wanted to talk about that. What time is it? So it's 8:44, but Christina wants to say something at the end. So I'm going to speak quickly about some business activities for the rest of October and November, without overwhelming everyone that's new. So we already talked about the challenge packs and the success club points. So you want to strive to help 3 or more people each month with the challenge pack. So that should be a goal that you set for yourself every month. At the beginning of every month, you set, okay, how am I going to help 3 people this month? And you work your butt off until you do. That's what I would always do. And I would always try to hit it at the very beginning of the month. So the rest of the month, I knew I was going to get, those prizes and the recognition, and I was growing my business and I was doing all of those things. And then I didn't have to worry so much. And I wasn't pushing so hard at the end of the month to get there. You want to okay, sorry, I'm just forgetting what I wrote here. So because we just launched a new challenge group with the 2B mindset, something that we want to maybe start to think about is doing a group from November to December 24th. because that's going to run everyone up to Christmas, and it's going to just be a great way to kind of help people out with getting on track and not gaining a bunch of weight over the holidays. So you can talk about that, and it doesn't really matter. We're not going to set it on any program over that time. It's just going to be like whatever they want. So if they just want a year Beachbody on demand, cool. If they want to be mindset, cool. If they want, and you know, like those are pretty much the only two that I would really like talk about right now, because there's not any special promotions on right now. So there's a new program that's launching. Don't get overwhelmed. We'll talk about all of this. Please don't feel overwhelmed, because it's really not. But there's a new program that's launching for Shaun T, who is amazing. And if you don't know who he is, and this is actually on the next slide, so I'm just going to go over there. If Shaun T has done Insanity, Size, T25, he's like a really famous Beachbody super trainer guy. Everyone knows who he is. He's a black dude. He's gay. He's got two baby boys. He's like super cool. Follow him on Instagram. He you'll understand who he is more, right? So if you start following him on Instagram, you'll get some ideas of what this new program's about. We won't know any of the information about this program until the beginning of November. But we're going to run a test, or we're going to run an information group for people. So if they want to know more about the Shaun T information group, or they are saying that they're not ready to join anyone until after Christmas and after New Year's, this would be a great group to add them to, because this is going to be the workout that we're all going to do together. And anyone that purchases the package on December 4th is going to get into an exclusive test group with Shaun T, which is really cool too. So people really like that. So, and the other day I did in my story, they said, who wants to be in a test group? A coach test group. You know, people are all over that when you say that, right? Because they want to be in something special. So you can very easily do that. But for the time being, I would just focus on getting yourself to Success Club, and then worrying about that later, or adding the people in there who aren't ready to join you yet, if that's something that they want to do. Yes. So I was going to talk about this a little bit today, but I don't want to overwhelm everyone. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit more on a different day. It's just some incentives for different ranks, but I don't want people to get overwhelmed with that. So I'm not going to talk about that too much right now. What was that? Did you guys see that in the background? Did you see the light? So freaking creepy. Okay. Stop sharing my screen. Okay, let's take a picture before I let Christina talk. You guys want to turn your screens on? Come on, guys. Lisa. Oh, I got two of me. Everyone's on. Okay, everyone smile. There you are. Okay, Christina, did you want to talk a little bit about what you wanted to bring up before we cut her short?
Sure, yeah, if that's okay, I can be super quick about this. I have my points written down already. If you are finished and you're okay with me going ahead, I will get at her.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, probably most of you don't, but hi guys. All right, so I had a meeting with Jacqueline early this morning at 9 a.m. and I was pumped by the time we finished our call. And we discussed about the no challenge that I had posted earlier about this month. I know I didn't really get much engagement from that post in the team, but you know, I hope all you guys did take a look at that post. I hope all of you guys at least took a look at our challenge sheets. As you can see, mine is almost filled, guys. I'm almost there. I've got 4 spots open. I pushed hard to make it, but we had 4 spots open left. And this was something when I first started coaching that was scary AF. Talking to 100 people a month? Are you kidding me? I can't even talk to 2 people on the street. How am I going to ask 100 people in a month to join me on my new journey for a better life? Because that's what we're creating, a better life for ourselves and for everybody else. So, your coach, seriously, the sheet helped me. It helped me push past my fears. And you guys, I had 2 quotes today that came up about fears. And one of them really resonated with me, and it is, fear has 2 meanings. The meaning is that you forget everything and you run, or you face everything and you rise. And my fear of talking to people, my fear of inviting people to have a better life, scared the shit out of me. So I would forget everything and run. Well, you know what? After going through all of the coach training, yes, I did it twice. I realized that I needed to rise from my fear. I needed to be stronger than my fear. I needed to embrace those no's. We can't be afraid of no. That is the simplest way out for everybody that we invite. That is the simplest answer for them to give, is a no. A simple no. It's not scary. You know, these no's that we're collecting, hang on, I lost my spot. So these no's, here we go. These no's that we are collecting from these people, these 100 no's that we do in a month, these no's will turn into lifers. These people will turn into our avatars that we are looking for. These people will eventually continue to watch us. They may stay as ghosters. I don't know if you guys read the objections last night that was posted, but that was in there. So, your 100 no's that you get, they may stay as ghosters, but eventually their curiosity is going to grow. They're going to keep watching you. They want to know how your life is becoming better and why they're staying stuck where they are. So, if we do these vital behaviors, if we do our vital behaviors every day that we learn about, and we do our power hours every day, and we are constantly making connections, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's in our town, whether it's, Instagram, those no's, they will change to yeses. It may be, 4 months down the road, 6 months down the road, 12 months down the road, 24 months down the road. That no that you get will eventually turn into a yes. And if it doesn't, that person wasn't somebody you wanted on your team or as a client anyways. So don't be scared of the no's, you guys. Strive, push to get at least 100 no's. If you look at our 5 vital behaviors, it tells you to invite 3 to 5 people a day. In a 31-day month, that's 155 no's if you invite 5 people a day. So if you're doing your vital behaviors, you already should be getting 100 no's every single month. So filling out a little tiny sheet that has all the names on it isn't that much harder to do. This keeps track of those people that you have talked to. This keeps track of, that person might possibly have been interested or may have joined your free group, but then said no when you asked them to buy something from you. Remember, you guys, we are not selling products. We are selling ourselves. Our clients, our coaches that we want are buying into us. I bought into our team. I bought into Jacqueline and who she was.
Giving me the shivers.
So as you continue, sorry, I get really passionate about this. So I just have one more point just to make. So as you continue to grow and move forward with your journey, with your business, your connections and these people we talk to every month will also continue to grow. Whether that is with you because they have finally said, I've had enough of my lifestyle, I need to do what you're doing because you are extremely happy and I want that. Or they're going to grow and stay stuck where they are. And that's a different growth. That growth is something we don't really want to touch on, right? We got to be careful about vulnerability and attracting the wrong type of people. For me, keeping my trackers and doing this in the first month of October, I started it the first week of October. It was super easy to get, the first couple lines filled. Second week of October came, I shit the bed. Guys, I shit the bed. I had no idea what I was going to do. I seriously thought that I had gone through all of my warm clientele, that there was nobody left I could talk to. Until I made the mindset and the shift from, I hope this succeeds, and I hope this works, to, yeah, this is going to work. I am going to succeed. This is another way for me to push myself past my limits and see success and see growth. I honestly hope and pray and wish that you guys do start to use this tracker. You know, if you need me to post it again, I definitely can. You know, if you want Jacqueline to go into more depth in it, I am sure she can as well. You know, but this was a total game changer for me coming in as a new coach again. Yes, guys.
Okay, thank you, Christina. So I just want to just touch on that very quickly. So 100 no's is just focusing not so much on, so it's all about mindset there is what I just want to just quickly say. Like, it's all about not worrying about what people think. So instead of worrying about, I'm going to invite, and they're going to say no. Oh my God, they're going to say no. It's like, whatever, they said no. It's my no list. It's my 100 no's for the month. It's not a big deal, right? Like, and it's not necessarily going to mean that you're going to get 100 no's. You might get 20 yeses. I don't really know. But the fact is that you're reaching out to that many more people every single month, and that is what's going to grow your business, because the vital behavior in this business is inviting at least 5 people to join you in your challenge group a day. And that can be from people who are watching your stories. It doesn't have to be tacky. Honestly, the whole thing I send to people, I've probably sent it to all of you before, is, hey, just to let you know, I'm an online health and wellness coach. I run monthly online health and wellness boot camps. If you ever want to join me, I would love to help. Simple, not salesy, done, boom, send out 4 more. It literally takes me 2 minutes every day, and while I will do more than 5 invites every day. But literally at the point where you guys are at, it's that easy. And if they're watching your stories and you're doing stories, all you have to say, thanks for watching my stories. If you're ever interested in doing one of my boot camps, I would love to help. Simple. You're not being salesy. You're not being tacky. You're not doing anything wrong. If you're doing your posting, if you're doing things consistently like you should be doing, then there is absolutely nothing that you need to worry about. And so the 100 no's is just a really great system of just showing yourself that it doesn't freaking matter anyways, because you're just trying to fill that chart. You're just trying to fill that up. So anyways, thank you for sharing that, Christina. That was great. I love your passion for this business. And does anyone else have anything to say before we cut off and let you guys go to bed? Thank you so much for showing up. I just want to say that if anyone has anything to say, just unmute yourselves. I just want to say I really appreciate you showing up tonight. It means a lot to me, and it definitely, makes me see the people who I want to spend all of my time with, helping build an amazing business that you guys are going to love and cherish forever. So other than that, I will talk to you guys later. I'll talk to you all tomorrow in the chat or somewhere along the line. We're always in Connect. So have a great night, guys. Oh, hey, sorry.
Good night.
Oh, he said night. Okay. Okay, bye.